Hey guys, it's Mama Rebio, and it is nap time, so perfect time to make y'all a little video. So like I said in my last video, that actually came out this week. 2 videos in 1 week, people. I'm just on a roll. Don't ever expect this to happen again because this is amazing. But like I said in my last video, I've been getting lots of mamas messaging me saying, what is your system for meal planning? And then I'm also getting lots of people going, dude, how do you have time to plan a whole month of meals? I can barely keep up with 1 week at a time or 2 weeks at a time. So let me tell you, because I used to be exactly you, the one making my meal plan each and every week. And if I was on a good week, I was making the weekly meal plan before I went to the grocery store. On most common weeks, however, I was showing up at the grocery store, pulling down things that were on sale or looked delicious, putting them in my cart, and then standing there before I checked out, counting to make sure I had enough meals for that week's dinner. Hello, talk about stressful, talk about overspending, talk about wasting food. I was doing all of that, but I just didn't have another system. I didn't know of another way, and I did a ton of YouTube scouring because I was like, I need to change this, you know? I don't have a predictable budget amount for my weekly meal planning or my monthly, grocery budget. I just was feeling very stressed out. And then, it would get to be 4:30, okay, Ian's gonna be home in an hour or whatever. And gosh, I don't even know what I'm making for dinner, or that doesn't sound good anymore. So I'd try and change my mind. But now I'm on a meal plan for the whole month. I'm sticking to it. It alleviates so much stress. I have really minimized my monthly grocery bill, and I have minimized my monthly time that I'm spending planning meals, which, hey, if you're a human being, you can appreciate that, because planning meals is like public enemy number one, besides whoever public enemy number one is right now. Anyway, so let me go over my system, and if you have questions as we go, because inevitably I'm probably going to forget to say something, or I'm going to say something in a weird way, and it might confuse you, just leave it in the comments below and I will definitely get back to you to clarify. Okay, so the first thing is, when do I start my meal planning? We work on a cash envelope system in our house, and we pay ourselves on the 15th of every single month. So here's our little cash envelope. I can totally make a video on this specifically if you guys are interested in that as well. But on the 15th of every month, we go to the bank, we put our whole month's grocery budget in the specific category for groceries. And then that's when we're actually doing our grocery shopping. When do I plan for the next month? I plan for the next month at the last week of the current month I'm in. Because obviously that's a time when I can really take inventory of where I'm at. Budget-wise, where I'm at with what's in my house and all that kind of stuff. That kind of leads into the next question, which is, how many meals do I even plan for? Personally, for our family, I plan for 5 dinners a week. Now I know you're saying, Becca, newsflash, there are 7 days in a week, so what about the other 2 dinners? Well, for us specifically, we do one night every single week that is leftover night, okay? If you are kind of doing this whole meal planning thing the way we do it, we make a little bit of extra when I'm making dinner, and that's good for, quick grab ingredients for lunches throughout the week. And then obviously sometimes it's just nice to have extra, mainly I use it for lunches. But then if I make too much, then hello, leftover night, we're just like reheating yummy dinner that I've already made, and hey, I don't got to cook. So it's really nice, really convenient. So budget saver, time saver, and yeah, hopefully if you've made a good dinner, then you're eating good stuff again. If not, sorry. And then the last dinner, the 7th night, is we typically budget one night a week that we are gonna go out to dinner. Some families go out to dinner more than that every week. Some go, you know, less than once a week. Maybe they go once a month. So really work out the number of dinners based on your budget, your family. How do I choose what we're gonna have for dinner? That is like the number one question behind, you know, what's the meaning of life, is how do I choose what's for dinner tonight? I'm trying to make jokes. I'm trying to be funny. And the way that I do that specifically is the first thing I'm looking at is my fridge, my freezer, and my pantry. So specifically, that's why I start my meal planning in the last week of the month, of the previous month, so I can take inventory of, hey, you know, in my fridge, I have, you know, half a gallon of milk. We don't drink milk, we use almond milk, so that wouldn't be true for us. But, you know, if this is your family, this is my hypothetical situation. Or, you know, maybe in my freezer I go, oh, I bought a ton of steak at Costco this month and I have an extra pound of it sitting in my freezer. Or, hey, in my pantry I have, you know, leftover diced tomatoes because I made chili this month. Whatever it is, you're taking an inventory of what's going to be left over at the end of your current monthly menu. And you're going to use that to plan next month. So for instance, if it's something in your fridge that's going to go bad really soon, you're going to plan a meal around that ingredient at the beginning of your new month, you know, not at the end, because then it's going to go bad. I'm like very much burpy today. Don't like it. The other thing is, you know, if it's stuff that's in your freezer or your pantry, you're just gonna want to make sure that you look at the expiration date and obviously plan accordingly. The next thing that I look at when I'm planning what am I gonna have for dinner for that month is what's on sale and what's in season. So obviously I'm taking a look at my weekly flyers from my stores that I shop at. I'm looking at any coupons that I've received in the newspaper. If you do that, our family doesn't do the newspaper, but I'm just kind of saying this, okay? And then the other thing that I check out is my rebate app, Ibotta. And if you're not on that, you really should be. It's one of the easiest rebate apps that I've ever used, and you actually get money. Other rebate apps I've used, it's like, oh, you can get 10 cents for this. And it's like, dude, I gotta buy like 100 items just to get, you know, a decent amount back. No. Ibotta is amazing. You're getting like $1, 50 cents, you know, $2. On stuff that you're already buying. So I will leave the link down below for the app Ibotta. And then literally you're just taking a picture of your receipt, and then you're collecting money. And hey, if you get a $25 gift card, mama's getting new shoes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Treat yourself. So I always use that, and I'll put the link below. And then obviously what's in season. So my summer menu is gonna look a lot different than my winter menu because of what's gonna be at the farmer's market, or, you know, just what's at the grocery store. Obviously things that are in season for the grocery store, things that are in season are gonna be a better price point than things that are out of season that they are bringing in. So that's something that I'm always looking at. And then obviously, guys, you're gonna listen to your family, you're gonna listen to yourself. If you are really into Brussels sprouts, hey, I am, then, you know, you're gonna work that into your monthly meal plan. So that's how I pick what's for dinner, that's how many meals I pick, and then my shopping system is pretty straightforward. I separate things out when I make my meal plan into weeks. So like this is just, I started to rewrite this month's monthly meal plan. There are actually 4 weeks in this monthly meal plan, and then the 5th week it goes to a Wednesday, so it's like 3 dinners. So what I do is I'll write out, you know, the 5 dinners that I've planned. So this month, for week 1, it's barbecue chicken with potatoes, burrito bowls, orange chicken with broccoli, steak with Brussels sprouts and carrots, and then chili with salad. Okay? Please don't judge me for my dinners. That's what they are. I think they're good. Okay. And then after I've planned out those, you know, weekly dinners, then on the other side, I'm going to write out all the fresh all the fresh groceries or fresh ingredients that are going to be included in that week. So that's going to include if my dinner calls for Brussels, if my dinner calls for lettuce, and then I also actually include in there, you know, fresh ingredients that I would need for breakfasts or for lunches. So like Sydney, I feed him whole milk yogurt right now for his breakfast with like an English muffin. So on that week, I'm going to put down whole milk yogurt, and that's going to be part of my fresh ingredients. Or if I need more creamer for my morning coffee, creamer is going to go on a fresh ingredient because it's something that expires or it only lasts for a certain amount of time. I hope this is all making sense. So when I'm shopping, I have my fresh ingredients on one list, and that is my weekly shopping. So weekly, I'm going to get those fresh ingredients. And then monthly, at the beginning of that new month cycle, I'm going to get all of my dry goods, all of my paper goods, pretty much everything that's either going to be used in that first week of the month or that doesn't expire and it's going to be used for the entire month. Okay, I hope this makes sense. I hope you're following along with me. So, for instance, the bulk of my monthly haul budget goes to Costco. And then my secondary store is Fred Meyer, because I can get some good deals there and I can also earn fuel points. Hey-o, fuel points. Those are awesome. So, I will make my monthly haul. I hope this is making sense. This is making sense. So not my fresh ingredients, my monthly haul grocery list off of what I'm having for dinner for the entire month. Okay, so that translates to hello Costco list. Okay, hope you're following along with me. So let me just start reading a couple of things on the list. Okay, we have potatoes, butternut squash, and Brussels sprouts. And I know you're going, wait. Those are fresh ingredients. Potatoes are fresh, but they're gonna last me the entire month because I'm gonna use them in the month so they won't go bad. The butternut squash and the Brussels sprouts I'm using in the first week of the month. But here's the other thing, is they also freeze. So my package of Brussels sprouts, I'm splitting it in half. I'm using the first half for the first week of the month, and the second half, I'm popping in my freezer, okay? And I'm saving that for another week that's in my month. Okay, you with me? Good. Okay, the other stuff that's on my Costco list: gallon Ziploc bags, chicken, ground turkey, paper towels, tissues, diced tomatoes, stuff like that. Again, these are things that either I can freeze, like English muffins at Costco. Dude, you get like a huge pack. Okay, that'll last me the entire month. I just pull one package into the refrigerator each week. The rest goes in my freezer. So if you don't got freezer space, you might want to figure out how to get some freezer space, because that's going to be another money saver. So that's my monthly haul. Things that freeze, things that keep for the month, things that are non-perishable. And then I also have my little Fred Meyer list, which is smaller because things tend to be a better deal when I go through Costco and I buy bulk. Okay. So what else do I want to tell you about this? When I make my monthly haul grocery list, you're going to notice over here on the left-hand side, I have all the prices written out. So what I try and do when I make my list is I try and go back through my old receipts, and actually this month we've just started making an Excel spreadsheet with prices of all these things that we're buying so we can have a quick reference, you know, what store, how much, what's the quantity. So I'll make my list and then I'll write in the prices. That way I know a ballpark figure of how much I'm going to spend at Costco before I get to the checkout and the person says, you know, here's your total. Okay. So it does take a little bit of the fun out of if you play Prices Right when you go to Costco like I did growing up, but it also helps you to have the cash in hand. I go, here you go. Already have it in my hand because I knew based on my list and my pricing how much it was going to be. So that is my suggestion, is make your list, keep a tally of how much you're gonna spend, because if you plan, what's the phrase? Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I went to Costco and I said, my goal this month for my monthly grocery haul is $225. You guys guess how much I spent? $226. I'm pretty TO'd about it, because I didn't remember that Oregon has a bottle deposit. So for my LaCroix, I had to pay $2 for my bottle deposit, but now I'll know for next month because that is on my receipt. I put that in my little spreadsheet, and girl, now I know. I'm not gonna make that mistake again. I'm gonna be right on 225. So then I know, hey, if my total monthly haul budget is $300 and I've spent my Costco budget of $225, I got $75 left for Fred Meyer. So then when I went to Fred Meyer, and I have all my prices here, I knew, hey, all right, have any of the prices on this stuff changed? And as I'm going, if it's not the same as what's on my list, I'm crossing it out, I'm writing it in, and then I'm keeping a tally on my phone of how much I've spent so far, so I know I can stay within my Fred Meyer budget of $75, okay? So $300 for a monthly haul is just specifically what our family has as a budget for the monthly haul, but $300, goodness gracious, I can't eat off that, right? Neither can I. So then I have a budget for each week for my fresh ingredients. So I was budgeting for our family $25 a week for weekly fresh groceries, you know. And now that Sydney has stopped breastfeeding and he's literally eating everything or throwing it all on the floor, obviously our weekly fresh groceries budget looks a little bit different. So just this month we have upped it from $25 a week to $50 a week, and we're trying that out. We're gonna see, is that just right? Is that too much? And that's the last main takeaway I want to give you is, when you start doing monthly meal planning and you figure out what the budget is for that month for your family's groceries, evaluate at the end of each month. You know, look at your receipts, look at your spending. Did you go over? Were you drastically under? You know, do you need to cut your budget because, you know, you were spending maybe $1,000 a month on groceries when you were just going in and pulling stuff off the shelf willy-nilly? So really take time the last week of your monthly menu to evaluate, is this too much? Is this too little? Where do I need to go from here? One more key thing that I want to just mention about my monthly grocery budget, which is currently at $500 total if you were keeping track with my monthly haul, and then my budget for my weekly fresh groceries, we're at $500, and that also includes for us all of our paper goods. So like I was talking about what's on my Costco list, it includes paper towels, it includes tissue, it includes toilet paper, cleaning supplies, laundry detergent, makeup, shampoo, toothpaste, stuff like that. So a lot of people do delineate between food items and non-food items. I don't. So again, this is just what works for our family. Leave in the comments below if you have any tips or tricks that really work for you guys. Let us know what you're doing. And also, if you have any questions about all this information, please leave them in the comments below. I'm very scatterbrained. I tried to make some notes of, like, you know, things that I wanted to make sure to tell you guys, but obviously I know I've probably forgotten some stuff. I think that's it, guys. So I hope this has been helpful. I know for me, just changing my whole process around budgeting, you know, using cash envelopes, changing my process around meal planning, you know, doing monthly meal planning, has really just taken stress away from me. It's taken stress away from, you know, Ian and my relationship, because we're not having to worry about certain things, or I'm not on edge because I'm frustrated about, I didn't know what to make for dinner, or I didn't know how much I spent this month on food or at the grocery store. You know, take the guesswork out of this stuff for yourself, because that's going to make things so much more simple. And then you can focus your energy and your time on other stuff, like painting your ding dang nails when your kid takes a nap yesterday. Yes, I did do that. Yes, I did. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know I'm proud about it. I'm like not even upset with myself. Sometimes you just need to do something for you. Anyway, on that note, I hope you have a great day. If you've watched till the end, 20-minute video. But hey, it's good info. So have a good one. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.